On the 28th of May 2001, an English DJ and MC garage duo from Battersea, South London, before it got gentrified and became filled with cyberatic yuppies, released their debut album called Execute. That album was a trend setter. The voice for that particular genre of which I talk. It was an absolute classic in the British rap, British garage, and British grime scene. That album, Execute, went gold, certified gold in the United Kingdom. It solidified its own sound and gave urban youth mostly in London but across other cities in England a representative in the music industry, a voice. The lead track of that album was a song called Bound for the Reload, and Bound for the Reload went to number 1 in the UK singles charts. It actually knocked off Michael Jackson They Don't Really Care About Us, if I'm not mistaken. That was a song composed by legendary British composer Ken Freeman. Imagine him branching into British grime and garage, urban and rap. These two, the English DJ Oxide and the garage MC Neutrino, gave British urban boys a sound. And on the Execute album, there was a track entitled Only Wanna Know You Because You're Famous. This song, Only Wanna Know You Because You're Famous, makes it to number 2 on the top 10 Red Pill songs of all time. Why is this song Red Pill? Well, we're going to listen to the lyrics, and it is through the lyrics where every cornerstone of Red Pill ideology is touched.
Cause we're making G's and they wanna spin it and get publicity. Like you say you on TV and all that, you're famous. It's like certain people start calling out from under their rocks, but back in the day they didn't wanna know you, they didn't check for you, and they only wanna know you now.
So only wanna know you because you're famous now, and they see you on the TV, hear you on the radio. They wanna get with we because we're making G or cheese, and they wanna hang out and get publicity. Let's hear the first verse. So, that's Neutrino saying, these hoes talking junk to me. We love you, Oxide. He's psychic. Bitch, please. How many girls coming back with we? 1, 2, 13, don't talk. Just shut up and stop. All you're good for is sucking. About how much money have I got? What car do I drive? Kiss me. What? You better get on top. Rah. Not till I say stop. Do I like you though? No. Ho ho. You know where we're going with this, and why this Only Wanna Know You Cause You're Famous by Oxide and Neutrino has made it to number 2. You see guys, There's a famous rap lyric emanating from the United States. I know. Back then they didn't want me Mike Jones. Now I'm all hot and they want me Mike Jones. Every boy, man, grown man, can relate to the fact that when they were young, they were overlooked by a cornucopia of women. Most pertinently, their own crush. The girl that they liked. The girl that they liked when they were young overlooked them. The girl that they liked when they were in high school overlooked them. The girl that they liked when they were in secondary school overlooked them. Even at university level. He was overlooked by that same girl for the guy with the big Escalades. The guy with the Suburban Chevrolet. For the guy with the BMW. Or the guy with the moped. Or for the 6'6" basketballer. Or the Chad who was head of the varsity team. Or the quarterback. Or he was overlooked for that wide receiver who was arrogant as cocky as Ish. And you see, the man who got overlooked had to ply his trade, work hard, diligently, keep his head down, whilst the girl who he fancied ran into constant brick wall trying to win over the Chad or the Tyrone. As you, the one who was constantly overlooked, the teenage dirtbag, were there shooting in the gym, studying privately, quietly, in the library, working your way up, lifting weights, but struggling. The woman who you fancied was getting her back blown out by the Chad, was getting dumped by the Chad, was getting driven around in the Tyrone's Mercedes-Benz C-Class. The girl constantly will go on to make major mistakes in dealing with that man. Several years later, the tables turn. You turn up. You're CEO. You're a millionaire at 27. You're building your own business. You've taken trips abroad. You've put on a bit of muscle. You managed to put a deposit down on a house. All of a sudden, you're sexy. She sees your Instagram and is like, oh, what's he doing in the Maldives? And then she hollers at you. Oh, do you remember me? Hi, I'm Claire. We talked at school. Hello, Josh. Do you remember me? My name's Leanne. You tried to ask me out one day when we were 16. How are you doing? I see that you have a really nice car. What do you do nowadays? You see, in the world of dating, women get their goods up front. They say women mature faster than men. Yeah, that's true. Physically. Mentally, not so much. What happens really is that women realise the value of their vaginas quicker than men. And from that, they're able to extract and manipulate better early on in life to get what they want by the lure of sex or the possibility of sex. Mother Nature deposits in women or girls growing up fat in the right places, and the good milk is given to them up front. Most women waste it. Men, on the other hand, have to work their way up. No man is born muscular. Very few men are born rich. Very few men are actually born pretty unless they're like pretty boys. Most men, the vast majority, have to build it. They have to do push-ups. They have to sort out their skin. They have to build resources. They have to, over time, make themselves attractive to the opposite gender. Men age like wine in that sense. In that it takes years for them to build themselves to who they ought to be. In the process of men building themselves up, they are, most of them, ignored by the women who were given their goods up front. As women start the race, their options are almost boundless. The most swiped on age group for any woman on any app is 16 to 25. Men of every age swipe the most on women aged 16 to 25. Men quickly realize that the struggles that they have in their teens, late teens, early 20s, is because the woman they want in their age group usually are dating men older, richer, bigger, stronger, wealthier, sexier, no homo, than them. So there's this inner frustration with men trying to date women on their same age group bracket. And then something begins to happen as the women age and the men age. Whereas the women who at one point were sexy 18, 19, 20-year-olds, by the time they've hit 30, 31, 32, they hit something called the physical wall. Not necessarily the biological wall, but the physical wall. In that the looks, the fatty deposits in the nice places, the peachy skin, the smooth hair, the naturally toned body begins to go away. The bad boys who they so chased begin to leave them. They may have spawned a child or two, but that boy who was in the hikikomori on the back of the bus, who studied hard, starts to find that when he hits 30, suddenly his earnings double. He moves out his mum's house. He's able to put a deposit down on a flat. He's able to move to Canary Wharf. He's able to shop at Harrods. He's able to shop at Galeries Lafayette in Paris Central. And the women who were rejecting him when he was full of pimples, skinny, the geek in the corner, shy, unsure of himself, suddenly look at him as, oh, you've become a man now. How are you doing, Ben? How are you doing, Krish? How are you doing, James? How are you doing, Fernando? The woman who had put him in the friend zone, the woman who had told him that any woman would be happy to have you, the woman who dismissed him prior as goofy, too short, not muscular enough, a square, not ack, not gangster enough, suddenly finds he's none of that. And she wants a piece of it. Only want to know you because you're famous tells this story to perfection. Neutrino talks about this in the song, and the underlining message is twofold. The first is, for Neutrino, it's proof that women don't love men the way men think love is. Women love men based on conditions. Women love men based on what the man, you, can do for them. They love the idea of you. They don't love you the way you think and hope that they love you. And in talking about only want to know you because you're famous, Neutrino is expounding on this truth. So is Asher D. This is known as Briefault's law. Briefault's law is a law postulated by French sociologist and psychologist Robert Briefault, who said that the relations between men and women are dependent on conditions. So for a female to have a relational interaction with a man, there needs to be a condition in which she can benefit. If no benefit can be derived from having an association with a man, that woman will have no association with that man. If no association with a man can bring that woman a benefit, that woman has no association with that man. Neutrino is saying this, and he's saying, you only want to know me now because you're famous. And Ashley D's verse exemplifies this as well.
Remember when I was young, I never had enemies, I never rode with my clique, I was choked and I couldn't read. Remember when I would say we will be rich one of these days, and if we're not, well then we'll be. I never joke on TV, I started here and I finished there, and when I go, I'll still be there. I'm bringing them and I'm sending them, people know what's next, I'll be running them. Go digging so I ain't having none of them, that's a lie, I just left fun of them. When the cats on the blocks, I'll be glad enough. What's the car for my chick, I'm a son of them. You're an enemy, so why you friending me? My enemies, they pretend they're friending me. Won't be expecting the strategy. My chick sit my legacy. When the claim hits you, then you realize true friends are not come with a disguise. Open your eyes, I'm not trying to pressurize. Only wanna know cause you're famous. I can see us on the TV, hear us on the radio. They wanna get real weird cause we're making G's, and they wanna spend that and get publicity. Shouting up a roll like people from school I didn't even know. Come out, we should roll an Oxide, help live in the studio. So cool brand that I haven't seen in 19 years, I came from nowhere. Niggas putting for souls in their floss, but few they there. Ring ring, a mobile ring, and someone talking about how I'm doing. Hang on though, didn't I chat you up 4 years ago?
Ring ring, mobile ring, someone's talking to me. How you doing? How you doing, Neutrino? Hang on though, didn't I chat you up 4 years ago? And now you want to know? You want to meet Neutrino now? When back then you ain't want to know me? You know what, bitch? Go blow. And it's something which a lot of men can relate. You yourself have worked steadily, built yourself up, and then you come to realize that the women that ghosted you, blanked you, ignored you in school, 15 years later, 2 kids in, 100 pounds heavier, 200 times broker, they suddenly think you're sexy. And you're like, wow, now you want to get to know me? When I was building myself up and I just wanted a sniff, I just wanted to take you to McDonald's, I just wanted to walk in the park, you ignored me because you wanted to go with the guy with the red galera. Don't work like that. It don't work like that. Now it's my turn. Me the man. It's my turn. The ball's in my court now. Because like fine wine, I've aged over time to become better. And like milk, you've hit the wall and you're on the decline. So why should I take you on your decline when I'm on my incline? The exact point being made by Neutrino in Only One Know Because He's Famous. And the second clear red pill point being made in this song is this. Men are shamed for their inability to get women. A man who can't get a woman is mocked by women and society generally. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're black pill. Oh, you're an incel. Oh, you're a hakumuri at the back of the bus. Oh, you're a scrub. But at the same time, a man who bags a lot of women and mashes a lot of bitches is also shamed. Oh, he's a gigolo. He plays the field. Oh, he's a real Casanova. So what is it? And Neutrino in this Only Want to Know You Because You're Famous is saying that it's always women who want that man. It's always women who want that man who's verified. He wants that man who's been playing the field. He wants that man who is a gigolo. He wants that man who is a Casanova. Despite the fact that they criticize him and they know he's a heartbreaker, but they will never... And they also criticize the man who can't get a woman. The one who is a virgin at 20. The one who's an incel or is deemed ugly or a scrub. They criticize him and they also criticize the Casanova. Precisely because according to Neutrino, women think with a herd mentality. And the irony is, the man who's a Casanova, who's a gigolo, who's playing the field, is appealing because he's verified in the eyes of other women. Because women want women that other women like. And women know how women think. And that is why a man who's playing the field is alluring. Because they know how hard it is for most men to get a lot of vagina. Neutrino is saying, you only want to know me now because I'm famous. And the proviso there is those 2 red pill points. As a man, you need to build yourself up. As a man, you need to realize that life is a marathon, not a sprint. As a man, you need to prioritize your 5 pillars of power: physical, mental, spiritual, financial. And over time, once you do these things, it'll work out well for you long term. Over time, once you do these things, them same girls who you chased when you're younger, you come to realize were really beneath you. It's tough when you're being constantly rejected and the crush or the girl that you've always liked keeps on going with the guy with the big rims and the BMW 4 Series. But life is a marathon, not a sprint. And long term, you will win as long as you knuckle down and follow your spiritual path. Your validation will not come from women. Your validation will come from what you do for your soul. And I promise you, men, they will only want to know you later because you're famous. I know. Back then they want you Mike Jones. Now you're all hot and they want you Mike Jones. So despair not. It's a long road. Women have all their toys and presents up front. Men, we get it on the back end. But it's on the back end where you really win. Not on the front end. So see it as a long term. Only want to know you because you're famous. Number 2 in the top 10 Red Pill songs.